Azza, or Ghazni, also historically known as Azzoan or Azza, is a city in Afghanistan with a population of over 150,000 people. It is located in the central east part of the country. Situated on a plateau at 7,280 feet above sea level, the city serves as the capital of Ghazni province. It is linked by a highway with Kandahar to the southwest, Kabul to the northeast, and Gardez and Khost to the east. The foundation stone of Ghazni Airport was laid in April 2012, which now serves Ghazni and other nearby eastern Afghan provinces. Like other cities in Afghanistan, Ghazni is very old and has witnessed many military invasions. During the pre-Islamic period, the area was inhabited by various tribes who practiced different religions including Buddhism and Hinduism. Arab Muslims introduced Islam to Ghazni in the 7th century. They were followed by the 9th century Islamic conquest of the Saffarids from Zarang in the west. Sabuktigin made Ghazni the capital of the Ghaznavid Empire in the 10th century. The city was destroyed by one of the Urid rulers, but later rebuilt. It fell to a number of regional powers, including the Timurids and the Delhi Sultanate, until it became part of the Hotaki dynasty, which was followed by the Durrani Empire or modern Afghanistan. During the First Anglo-Afghan War in the 19th century, Ghazni was partially destroyed by British Indian forces. The city is currently being rebuilt by the government of Afghanistan in remembrance of the Ghaznavid and Timurid era when it served as a major center of Islamic civilization. The Afghan National Security Forces have established bases and checkpoints to deal with the Taliban insurgency. History. Ghazni was founded sometime in antiquity as a small market town and is mentioned by Ptolemy. In the 6th century BC, the city was conquered by the Achaemenid king Cyrus II and incorporated into the Persian Empire. The city was subsequently incorporated into the empire of Alexander the Great in 329 BC, and called Alexandria in Opiana. Ghazni was a thriving Buddhist center up until the 7th century. In 683 AD, Arab armies brought Islam to the region, but many refused to accept the new religion. Sheikh Safari from Zaranj conquered the city in the late 9th century. It later became the dazzling capital of the Ghaznavid Empire, which encompassed much of northern India, Persia and Central Asia. Many iconoclastic campaigns were launched from Ghazni into India, resulting in the destruction of ancient temples, libraries and palaces. The Ghaznavids took Islam to India and returned with fabulous riches taken from Indian princes and temples. Although the city was sacked in 1151 by the Orid Alauddin, it soon became their secondary capital in 1173, and subsequently flourished once again. Between 1215 and 1221, Ghazni was ruled by the Khwarezmid Empire, during which time it was destroyed by the Mongol armies of Genghis Khan's son Ujedi Khan. In the first decades of the 11th century, Ghazni was the most important center of Persian literature. This was the result of the cultural policy of the Sultan Mahmud, who assembled a circle of scholars, philosophers, and poets around his throne in support of his claim to royal status in Iran. The noted Moroccan traveling scholar, Ibn Battuta, visiting Ghazni in 1333 wrote, "Ghazni city is famous for its minarets built on a stellar plan. They date from the middle of the 12th century and are the surviving elements of the Mosque of Bahramshah. Their sides are decorated with intricate geometric patterns. Some of the upper sections of the minarets have been damaged or destroyed. The most important mausoleum located in Ghazni city is that of Sultan Mahmud. Others include the tombs of poets and scientists, such as the tomb of al-Biruni. The only ruins in Old Ghazni retaining a semblance of architectural form are two towers, about 43 m high and 365 m apart. According to inscriptions, the towers were constructed by Mahmud of Ghazni and his son. For more than 8 centuries the A-OE towers of Victoria monuments to Afghanistan unregistered trademark greatest empire have survived wars and invasions. The two toffee-colored minarets, adorned with terracotta tiles, were raised in the early 12th century as monuments to the victories of the Afghan armies that built the empire. By the time the Urids had finalized the Ghaznavid removal from Ghazni, the city was a cultural center of the Eastern Islamic world. The Buddhist site at Ghazni is known as Tapasada and consists of a stupa on a hilltop, surrounded by a row of smaller stupas. Nearby, An 18-meter-long Parinirvana Buddha was excavated in the late 60s and early 70s. It is believed to have been built in the 8th century AD as part of a monastery complex. In the 1980s, a mud brick shelter was created to protect the sculpture, but the wood supports were stolen for firewood and the shelter partially collapsed. In 2001, the Taliban blew the Buddha up, believing it to be idolatrous. During the First Anglo-Afghan War, the city was stormed and taken over by the British forces on July 23, 1839 in the Battle of Ghazni. The civil war in Afghanistan and the continued conflict between the Taliban and the Northern Alliance during the 1990s put the relics of Ghazni in jeopardy. Ghazi's strategic position, both economically and militarily, assured its revival, albeit without its dazzling former grandeur. Through the centuries the city has figured prominently as the all-important key to the possession of Kabul. After the 2001 invasion of Afghanistan, the United States Armed Forces built a base in Ghazni. They have been involved in rebuilding projects and protecting the local population against Taliban insurgents. In the meantime, they are also training the Afghan local police, Afghan National Police and Afghan National Army. In 2010, the United States established the Lincoln Learning Center in Ghazni. The Lincoln Learning Centers in Afghanistan serve as programming platforms offering English language classes, library facilities, programming venues, internet connectivity, educational and other counseling services. A goal of the program is to reach at least 4,000 Afghan citizens per month per location. Climate: Ghazni has a cold semi-arid climate. Like other high-altitude cities of eastern and central Afghanistan, it has cold winters and warm summers. Precipitation is low and mostly falls in winter and spring. Demography: the population of Ghazni is around 157,600. It is a multi-ethnic society, with approximately 50% being Tajik, 25% Pashtun, and 25% Hazara. There may also be small number of Sikhs and Hindus. Infrastructure transportation In April 2012, Ghazni Governor Musa Khan Akbarzada laid the foundation stone of the Ghazni airport. The city sits next to Afghanistan's main highway that runs between Kabul and Kandahar in the south. There are roads leading to Gardez and in the east and other nearby villages as well as to towns in Hazarajat in the northwest. Education The city has a number of public schools. Jan Malaika School is an all-girls school with over 5,000 students and 150 teachers. Nazwan Shah Khanna School is another all-girls school and has over 3,000 students. In May 2010, the U.S. government established the Lincoln Learning Center which, like U.S. public libraries, which provides free access to information about the United States via multimedia, book collections, the Internet and programming for the general public. Resources Ghazni city is in an area of extreme drought. In 2007, one of the gates on a 50-year-old dam on the Jaikau River broke, bringing up concerns among the inhabitants of Ghazni city about the water supply. The dam serves as a good source of irrigation water to Ghazni city and the surrounding agricultural areas. Nearby rivers have a history of flooding and causing severe damage and death, though efforts have begun to remedy this. Notables from Ghazni: Hawari Ghaznawi, Hassan Ghaznavi, Mahmud of Ghazni, Mullah Faiz Muhammad Khatib, Farokhi Sistani, Munakhari Damagani, Abul Faz el-Bayhaqi, Hakim Sanai, poet, theologian and Sufi mystic, Sadiq Ali Khan Tinalai, father of Firoz Khan, Sanjay Khan, and Akbar Khan. Points of interest: Citadel, Minarets of Ghazni, Palace of Sultan Masud III, Tomb of Si Bakhtijan, Mausoleum of Sultan Mahmud. Mausoleum of Sanai, Museum of Islamic Art, Tapa Sada excavations. Twin towns sister cities, Hayward, California, Geo 1 Ico, Poland. See also, Ghazni Province, Mahmud of Ghazni, Iconoclasm. References and footnotes. This article incorporates text from a publication now in the public domain, Chisholm, Hugh, ed. Encyclopædia Britannica. Cambridge University Press. Further reading, published in the 19th century, GTVIGNE. Ghazni. A personal narrative of a visit to Ghazni, Kabul and Afghanistan. London, G. Routledge. OCLC 6388460. Edward Balfour. Azzi. Cyclopedia of India. London, B. Quaritch. Published in the 21st Century, C. Edmund Bosworth, ed. Azza. Historic Cities of the Islamic World. Leiden, Koninklijke Brill. Azza. Grove Encyclopedia of Islamic Art and Architecture. Oxford University Press. 2009. External links, Map of Azzi District, azzi.org, 1911 Encyclopedia entry, The City of Azzi at the Wayback Machine, Azzi. Islamic Cultural Heritage Database. Istanbul, Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Research Center for Islamic History, Art and Culture. Archnet.org. Azzi. Cambridge, Massachusetts, USA, MIT School of Architecture and Planning.